It's my birthday episode, and I just ended up naked and afraid. Cock out, just sweating over here. Neighbors pounding on the door.
The results were otherwise unremarkable.
Happy Bare Necessities Month there, Gango. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to your favorite solo podcast, Unremarkable. Listen, it's a birthday ep. I didn't know what to wear. We're going with the birthday suit. You're gonna learn what a farmer's tan is. Okay? Eat your heart out, Bert Kreischer. Because this week is gonna be an hour long of this. Birthday app. So we got just seriously Woodford Reserve, just some nice whiskey, just like Dad likes it. I don't care what your mom likes. She can eat her heart out too. I am your birthday boyo. All right. Your little drinking pal, your host for the evening, Goose. Gonzo Gazpacho. On all the platforms, guys, do hitting us up on the social medias. Gonzo Gazpacho on all the things, unremarkable.pod. Otherwise, if you want to see some drink recs on here, you want to get a shout out, send in some drink recommendations. Topics you want us to talk about, you want my humble opinion on, let us know in the DMs, okay? Let us know. As always, do the rating, the reviewing, the subscribing, the telling the friends, tell your families, okay? They're going to like it a lot, okay? It's a very nice time for me, you know. Birthdays are cool. I like them. I like birthdays. I think that birthdays are good. I don't want to feel ashamed, by the way, for celebrating my birthday. If that's what I want to do, then that's what I want to do, Joe Rogan, you son of a bitch. All right? I'm not 5. I don't spend it with my mommy, okay? But, you know, sometimes if you want to... Listen, this is why Joe Rogan doesn't like holidays, because he hasn't been poor in 20 years, okay? He hasn't had to have a day where people give him things. They just do it. They're like, hey, could I be on your podcast, Mr. Joe? Could I please be on your podcast? Here's a whole barrel of Buffalo Trace, because you deserve that. You're just going to have fucking Ari Shaffir and some fat slob slug it down on them. They drink Bud Light. They drink Bud Light on them. I love all the guys. We love Joe and Mark and Ari. We know them well. Shout out, Protect Your Parks. They're friends of the show. As is everyone. Everybody is a fan. Everybody's a friend of the gander, okay? I share a birthday with some pretty interesting people. Not interesting enough. Not like a serial killer or anything. I share a birthday actually with plenty of people, and I think it's just a bunch of premature births is all they are. You know, your parents like to fuck on the, New Year's Eve. And then, you struggle a little bit. You listen, they gave the pizza 5 extra minutes, and it still came out a little doughy. Sometimes it happens. We got Beyonce. We got Mark Ronson, Whitney Cummings, another friend of the show, Whitney. We've been to plenty ASPCA, meet and greets together, Whitney and I. Animals. We love the animals. Whitney, maybe too much. If I've heard anything about her and Bert, it's that they fuck dogs. So Damon Wayans. Damon Wayans is 63. Good Fuck, man. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. The old Keegan-Michael Key. A little sad. I grew up loving him. I'm pretty sure that was the one. I'm pretty sure that was him. What was it? My Wife and Kids was the sitcom that he was on. Loved it. Big fan. I hope I'm getting the right one. Not Black Guy. Wayans brother. You know there's like 11 of them? There's like 11 Wayans siblings. My Wife and Kids. Yeah. He's the funniest one for sure. For sure. The other ones are just like hanging on for dear life by a thread. You know? And yeah, 11 of them. You can call them a cast.
Yeah, Damon Wayans is the one that you share a birthday with.
Oh, see? All right, the good one. The good Wayans, guys. The good Wayans brother. Wayans. It's like mayonnaise, you know? Weird last name. Well, you got to say it right. You could say Wayans is Wayne Brady. They're not Wayne Brady. They're Damon Wayans. And I don't even know if I know all of their names. That's fine. I hope they've all had very interesting birthdays. Not bad, but I hope they have had bad birthdays. Not like I didn't get the Oscar. Because none of them did. None of these people. Well, Mark Ronson and Beyonce have won awards, right? I don't think Whitney Cummings has won anything. Good. You won moving out of California. I don't want to hear any comic ever say California is shit now, by the way, because it's just all the rich people up and moved to Texas. I feel like I feel like it's emulating something that has happened before. Rich people just got up and moved where the oil was. Max Greenfield. 23. I am not. I'm turning 30, by the way. This is dog shit, man. I look like I look like somebody asked for directions no matter where you are, because it's like, oh, this guy's been here a long time. Knows it like the back of his hand. And the back of his hand is interesting, too. Liver spots are something I worry about. When it comes to age... Listen, kid, we took a little bit of time off, and, sometimes Dad comes home broke. I got an IOU for you. We'll fill your jar up later. I took a couple. Dad needed a twisted tea for the lake. Never had a birthday on the lake. I don't think, anyways. That'd be cool. That's cool for 30. I feel like a weekend on the lake is very cool for 30. You can, ball out and like. We're not Joe Rogan, so we'd be like renting a jet ski and one of them things that you get like your biggest buddy to jump on, and then it shoots you up and you land in the water. You think it's gonna be fun and games, and then you dislocated your shoulder hitting the water, or something with a column in your spine, God forbid. That's why I won't do it. That, and I don't like falling. I hate falling. I hate the feeling of falling. And I know it doesn't matter if I'm falling into water. I know what it's going to feel like. The higher up I go, the higher up you go, you just wham. I'm not a cat. I don't know if you've noticed. I'm not an Olympic swimmer or a diver or whatever. I'm not going to be able to control what direction, where I hit when I hit the water. And that is enough of a worry for me, okay? Listen. Dad's no stuntman, okay? I used to skateboard. I've also been around with the internet long enough to know that trying to pick it back up at this age, not going to happen, okay? Not going to happen. Just because you wanted to show your kids that you still got it, you got to take 3 weeks off work. Get shit canned. just get just get furloughed because you wanted to, fracture something because Damien called you a pussy. And you were like, I'm not going to hit my son, but I'm going to prove him wrong. You should just hit him. Bring back hitting your kids. Not like in moderation. Bring back hitting your children in moderation. Some people get a little carried away, okay? All of a sudden, it's not because they didn't shut off the PlayStation. All of a sudden, it's because fucking Tommy at your 9 to 5 talks down to you in front of your coworkers who you thought were your friends and nobody sticks up for you. All of a sudden, you're going home feeling alone, and then this little shit doesn't even listen to you. You have absolutely no control over your life anymore. What you do have control over is harm. What I do have control over is the violence that is about to ensue. I didn't get hit. Not really. I didn't get hit growing up. Some people like to hit their kids. I got like the creative punishments. I didn't get hit. Looking back though, Papa really could have just, hockey punched me every now and again or something. And that would have been a lesson learned. Every now and again, just check your child. Nothing wrong with that. I got a very creative punishment at one point, very military and not, here, like American military in another country kind of shit. He laid down dry rice on the ground. We were supposed to kneel onto it and hold our arms out. And that lasted about half an hour before the foreigner hit the floor crying. He was a foreigner. Not the kid, but his family. Me and my brother, we stayed strong. That's what we do. Because whether it be my dad or a foreign enemy, I do not negotiate with terrorists, okay? I'm not giving up shit, all right? And that, he should have been proud. He should have been very proud, is all I'm saying. Yeah, I ended up crying too, but the brown kid hit the floor. Probably not the brown you're thinking. Listen, that's not funny. It's funny that it happened, but that aspect of it, not really. It just because I didn't like the kid makes it a little funny, but not funny. You know what I mean? It's that kind of shit. You're not supposed to laugh at church or a funeral or whatever have you. But racism not funny? Listen, I came here with no material. I came here with nothing but JD Vance. All right, I'm winging it for my birthday. That's what I wanted to do. Listen, our producer said you gotta figure it out. We gotta do what we gotta do. Let's get our shit together here. And I went, no way, not for my birthday. I'm going out guns blazing. I just hope I end up in an article somewhere. Good publicity's good, period. There's no bad in that sentence. There could be negative, but it's not in the sentence. Sometimes the winners of war write the history, and I like to consider myself a bit of a winner. I've had some bad birthdays. I like to think that things are looking up. They could go to shit. Don't get me wrong. We're not in full control here, unless it's violence. But I've had so much fun telling people that there was my 22nd birthday, I think, or 23rd birthday when I was living in like Havasu City, and I ended up going at midnight on my birthday to a Denny's because I heard they had free breakfast. And I showed up there, and I had my notebook. I've had a notebook around for a long time. And I listen, just a boy and his notebook coming through the door of America's Diner, all right, with a hope and a dream, huh? that maybe the greatest country on the planet and the diner of that country's choosing would serve me some breakfast for free. No, I'm not a soldier. No, I'm not a veteran. But I'm nothing if not an American. Okay? And you can bet your bottom dollar on that shit. And I went in there, no money. And my favorite thing, my first birthday gift that day was a defeated waiter going, fuck. I mean, you got to buy something to get, you have to get like a cup of coffee to get this breakfast. And I went, I have no money. And he went, I'll buy you a fucking cup of coffee. It's fine. It's on me. And the story sounds defeated. But the waiter was the only one defeated that night. Because I had just come from a place where I was celebrating my birthday. Somebody bought me a bottle of E&J. I was fucking hammered. Okay? And then at midnight, when it rolled around, nobody wanted to go anywhere. Guess who did? This guy. I just had breakfast without everybody else. Winners win. Don't you love seeing winners win? Gang, we're a little ways from any of the holidays that are coming up throughout this year, which is fine. But what you need to do right now is start planning ahead. I know we've all fallen victim to doing last minute purchases, and then you can't get people the things that you would think that they would enjoy. Some fucking spend a little money on your loved ones, for Christ's sake. It's hard out here for everybody, and wouldn't it be nice to get something that you knew somebody really put a little bit of money into? Guys, our very first sponsor, Babyface Dentures, are going to make sure that your grandma and your grandpa, or your mima or your peepaw, your mom and your pop, whoever in your life is needing some dental assistance. I know where my grandma was going. She wanted a new smile. She wanted something fix her up a little bit going on in her face a little bit. But, you know, she didn't want the dentures. She didn't want the phony bones. Guys, babyfacedentures.com. You go to this website. It's the only service on the planet that we know of that offers real bones, real teeth, guys. And listen, it's all made possible by donation, or by the donors. The donors, people. These people are heroes, donors. All right, you're going to go to the website, babyfacedentures.com. They got all these pictures to pick through, all these young smiling faces. They're gone, but there's nothing to feel bad about. It's all made possible by donors. You're going to go there. You're going to pick out a smile. You're going to put in that promo code GANDER. All right. You're going to save up to 19% now, guys. We're up to 19% on this service. All right. And you pick whichever smile is going to go right. They could figure out whoever it is. And, listen, this happens pretty quickly, guys. All these services now are right to your door. They promise by the time that kid is 6 feet under, you're going to hear a knock at your door. Okay? Babyface Dentures is promising absolute value. They can promise you that the first time you use their service is going to be their only time. We also have a promotional deal here at Unremarkable with Babyface Dentures called Meet the Flockers, where you can sign up to meet the family of the child whose smile has brightened your now day, so that they can see their child smile one last time. Guys, Babyface Dentures, promo code GANDER. Get it! Have you ever had like a stereotypical birthday? You think? Like real
stereotypical.
I don't know, like there's certain things where it's like people won't say anything, they'll pretend that they forgot for a while, and then that makes a surprise when everybody jumps out. Have people jumped out in the dark on your birthday at any year?
Not because it was my birthday.
Not because it was I don't think I've had anybody jump out of the dark. You know, a room of people, that's just funny. Because I've seen videos where people end up getting their gun out of the, out of their pants when they start hearing noises. I had a pony. My mom rented a pony when I was 1. I don't remember that shit. She worked at stables. So she didn't really rent it. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, I deserve that one. Go ahead. Yeah. Listen, kid. I don't know if... I know I've said it on this show, but I don't know if you've ever heard me. Real money is debt. And I'll take that. My mom worked at stables. I grew up in Kansas. She worked at horse stables, I knew some of them personally. There was one named Sonny. I went in there and you would shake his tongue to say hello to him. Very cool guy. Bitch and glue they made with him. But yeah, she got a mini horse for my first birthday, and that was gay, very gay, very gay. 2 twin boys, two little twin white boys, turn 1, and you want to get something they won't remember. Not a lot of wisdom, but my mom's heart is in the right place. Her heart was in the right place. She was like, listen, we don't know how long this gig is going to last. You never know. In this economy, you never know. So let's just, listen, I'll accommodate Oreo. I don't know what name to give him. I never knew his name. Didn't know that one personally. I don't really care for mini horses. I think they're abominations. Not really, but it's like, I feel like they're like pugs. They just shouldn't be. What is the point of a mini horse? Because there has to be a point to everything. No? There has to be. Animals were around for a reason. Even after they were domesticated, they had, especially dogs, right? Dogs were like the thing. That's why there's so many breeds, right? Is because they were bred like for something. Good Christ. It's just whiskey. I can't imagine what anybody would have wanted with a miniature horse. Really useless creature. Honestly, the shortest spine. And when it's like a midget or something, you think maybe that like real stature on them with the short spine, you would imagine that their columns are normal size in their spine. So like, maybe spinal problems aren't too ordinary for them, but this creature has a horizontal spine. I don't know if you know this about horses. Their spine goes this way because their legs are over here. I did own a horse. I did have, and I'm not like, listen, depending on what year we're talking about in my life, it was really to and fro. I don't want anybody calling me like I've been privileged my whole life. Not my fault, by the way, if I was. Nobody's fault if you were. Nobody's fault if you weren't. All right? Those Shaq shoes are still bitching. All right? I don't care if you bought them at Walmart. I like them. Give them. Fuck am I talking about? Yeah, nobody knows. depending on what year we're talking about in my life, it could really look different to anybody. Some years went really well. My father owned a couple businesses when he was when I was young, and that went to shit. What are you gonna do? Okay, guy put all of his chips in one place. Sometimes the shit happens. Those are kind of cool Reeboks, Look, a lot of kid, and that's all I'm gonna say about that is, I don't care what year we're talking about. Kids getting bullied for what shoes they were wearing is super gay. You guys were raising a bunch of kids that cared about fashion. Super gay. A lot of that word is being thrown around in the newer episodes. But who raised you to care about what you're wearing? Okay? I don't give a shit about any of that. I never have. I was kind of retarded to the whole thing. There's another big word. I have been dumb to money my whole life. I really need a test done because how long the naivety, that's a word, went on, and still to this day, I need a test. I really do. I'd like to know, just to know. Am I just stupid? Was I just always stupid? And I'm not, listen, I'm not trying to say that if there is something up with me that would like give it merit. But I was a dumbass kid. Yeah. Naivity's a word. I go to buy shoes. I go to buy shirts. I go to buy anything like that. And I'm very particular, but for no actual reason. You understand? It's not the kind of thing where people make just a bullshit t-shirt, nothing, kind of a weird blend of materials, and all of a sudden the thing's $800. I'm not bougie. I'm also not I'm not the opposite of bougie. I'm not a fucking redneck. You know what I mean? I'm not some fucking hick bum. Okay? But I'm particular. I like to think that people are particular. And anyway, long story short, I likes what I likes. And a lot of the things that I like are really stupid. Shoes. I'm not, and that's how far I go. I'm not quite a sneakerhead or anything. By the way, how could you be as poor as me and have like a $1.50 worth of sneakers? Are you out of your ever-loving fucking mind? You buy one of those weird little, 8-foot tall lazy Susans for your closet because you just can't stop. Yeah, I want it in every color. Who writes your checks? Who writes your checks? The shoe game is for the rich. Or at least the, people that got fuck you money. And I like that we're calling it fuck you money now. Because what it was used to be called was not okay. The racial one. You know what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter. I don't have to say it. I didn't even have to say that. But, yeah, all these shits. Everybody's buying, and the shoes don't even make any sense anymore. I do follow some people on Instagram that like make custom. They don't make custom shoes, but they turn shoes into custom projects. One of a kind kind of thing, really. But when you're just like, I like these Jordans and I like them in this color and I like them in that color and I like them in this color, maybe you talk to your mother too much. Maybe you're too high up on your mom's list of friends. Maybe you spent too much time with her when you were growing up. Gay, in other words. Gay. Listen, everybody was their mommy's best friend when they were a kid, okay? But that was because you were, and I hate to say it again in one episode, retarded. Not because you were gay. You were both. When you were a little kid, you were a little gay retard. Listen, I loved listening to Shania Twain and Dixie Chicks with my mom, but when she would ask me to go get her cigarettes from the inside of the house, I'd run across the yard with her soft pack in my hand and sprinkle them all over the yard. On the other side of the sexuality spectrum and the intellect spectrum. Both. You were both when you were a little boy. You were both. I'm not going to take, any debates on that. You were. And that's fine. That's like the happiest way to live. Listen, I love TLC. I still love TLC. Still love Shania Twain. I don't know about the Dixie Chicks. I'm sure if you put the album on that I'm familiar with, I would enjoy it. But I don't know. Didn't they have a problem with their name? They called themselves the Chicks recently because like Dixie held some like racist undertone or something. I have no idea what Dixie means. Yeah, it's the Chicks now, right? What's the reason for that? Listen, and it's you could make a sitcom with them and call it 2.5 Gay Chicks. They're like two of them are like Charlie Harper, and one of them like no other lesbians want to do with, and not because she's underage like the show 2.5 Men, but because she's just like unappealing. 2020 they removed Dixie from the name due to negative connotation. What the fuck does that mean? It's very loose in meaning. Again, I'm stupid. Like they're chicks with dicks. What are we talking about here? I don't know what Dixie means. Still a fan of their album, I'm sure. The Back When album. They all of a sudden they reemerged like a year and a half ago, and they wanted to. I don't know. Dixie, also known as Dixieland or Dixie's Land, is a nickname for all or part of southern United States. You made country music. What are we? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I didn't know that. Didn't know that was the reason. I thought maybe it was like, Jesus. When I heard about it, they were like, oh, it might sound racist. Geographically? Call yourselves whatever the fuck you want. I mean, Drakus Duplessis roaming around with a fucking gold belt around him, and he's a fucking South African. These people, historically, not great. But you're a band of women. You're a country-based band of women. The name change came in response to the worldwide protest demonstrations that followed the death of George Floyd. Oh my God. Listen. Yeah, that was the worst thing I could have possibly done right there. Not a great reaction, I understand. Wasn't George Floyd killed in Baltimore?
What does that have to do with anything?
Based on where the cops were from that had done it to him. Mm-hmm. That's what it's based on. Baltimore, no? Okay. Well, huh?
What? You lost me.
Not based on the fact that it was a black guy that died at the hand of a white man, but based on geographically where they were and what those cops probably historically have done, is what I'm saying. I'm not rolling my eyes at the fact that I'm on the right side of this. I swear to God. It's just the Dixie Chicks making a social statement about something when they had not been relevant for 20 years. You guys end up buying flags at Target and Walmart when a certain month rolls around, whichever month you thought of. Take your pick. There's a few of them. That does not mean that their heart is in the right place. That means they're trying to sell albums. You understand? That means they're trying to make money. That means a couple of them went through a divorce, and 2 of them were probably in the wrong. You know what I mean? There's nothing, I'm not trying to make a fucking case in on the side of the Confederate flag or anything fucking like that. In no goddamn way. I don't give a shit about it. Symbols mean nothing to me. Statues mean nothing to me. Death of people, kind of different, right? Wow. Yeah, my choosing of topics that I fucking strayed away through ended up making me look kind of like a dick at the end of this episode. I'm saying that Dixie Chicks are assholes. That's what I'm saying. So is Derek Chauvin. Knucklehead. Okay? Disclaimer. Just making sure everybody knows. I'm rolling my eyes at the fact that the Dixie Chicks would be like, man, we had an album to release. Do we still do it? And they're like, man, I really need to pay these bills. And they're like, all right, well, maybe if we change the name, we'll come out a little more popular in, the social climate that we have going here. And it's just bullshit. Nobody would have given a shit. They would have had the same exact album sales. I mean, probably better if they had released it as the Dixie Chicks. You know what really would have sold those albums is if they turned around and named themselves the Chicks with Dicks. Let's just overcorrect. You're right. If we're going to overcorrect, let's overcorrect. Let's be as progressive as we can possibly be. Look at this. Look at what we've done with me. It's my birthday episode, and I just ended up naked and afraid. Cock out, just sweating.
God.
Over here. Neighbors pounding on the door. We have fun. Okay? That's what we do. I end up getting to a point where I really end up thinking I need to make a case for myself. And, I don't know why I do that. We made it. Listen, we made it. And we're going to be back next week. We're going to nail it down. We're going to be here for a while. So what you need to do is tell your friends about us. If you live in the Midwest, your dad will love me. I mean, don't show them the end of this episode. But the older folks and the real ball cap wearers are the guys that like me for some reason. Because I just tell it like it is, huh? I'm a knucklehead. Whatever. Guys, do us a favor. Hit us up. If you have any drink recommendations, topics you want to hear my humble opinion on. I like to think I'm a real deep thinker. Okay? Do the rate and the review and subscribe. And obviously, if you made it all the way through this, hit us up. Let us know what you think. What you would like to see, because we are all about making you kids happy. Your mom is not. If she says any different, she's a manipulator. I'll see her in court.